So, let's finally talk about Stoic. Stoic is a mess that came bundled with the free character from the My Heister competition, Frank, the former bulldozer. Bayan, the French secretary. Sakura, the Japanese... Who actually won? Oh, this guy. August. Duke. Why'd you change the name, Overkill? The Duke character pack came with this perk deck, Stoic, and how it works is that you sacrifice your throwable and armor for a flask that you can drink from to heal you. You see, you only take a quarter of the damage dealt to you now. You take the rest over time over the course of 12 seconds. But drinking from the flask or being out of combat for 4 seconds heals you back to 50% more than what you were bleeding out. This perk deck is weird, okay? You need to deliberately take life-threatening damage to heal. Step in front of dozers or just straight up let yourself get pummeled. This is supposed to help you find your inner peace or something. Yeah, here's your inner peace. The inner peace is your flesh and organs leaking out of the bullet hole. Okay, well, absurd logistics aside, let's actually make some builds with it. Now, you'd think you'd want to have a ton of armor, as that would mean a ton more health, right? Yeah, no. Joke's on you. That's actually a detriment to you, as your movement speed will be too low to avoid taking more hits than you want, and you'll be left stranded. Fast. Slow? So, instead, with this first build, let's start with Aced Confident Joker, Partners in Crime, and Hostage Taker for those added health bonuses, HP regen, and some extra guns all at once. Basic Aggressive Reload, Aced Die Hard, Basic Surefire and Lock and Load, Aced Duck and Cover and Inner Pockets, Basic Shockproof, Aced Low Blow and all the silencer skills, Bud Professional, which is basic, and Aced 9 Lives, Up You Go, and Swan Song. For my primary, I'm running the Gallant Rifle. I personally love this thing, and it doesn't need a ton of mods to be good. Just the bigger and better suppressor, tanker barrel, compact laser module, and the mag pouch stock, and we're good to go. This gun is still one of the best dodge DMRs in the game, and it'll help us take care of business with absolute ease. For my secondary, we've got the Mark 10, easily the best SMG in the game right now. Bigger and better suppressor, accuracy boost, autofire lock, railed handguard, LED combo, extended speed pull mag, a -1 sight of choice, and the stock. And we've got a beast with great damage, perfect stability, enough accuracy to shoot downrange if the need arises, and just all around great. This is the SMG with the fastest reload speed in the game, in case you were curious. That's the power of the speed pull mag. My melee is the ice pick, my throwable is... oh, right. Obligatory dock bag, the light ballistic vest, and Stoic is our perk. The idea here is that we'll use our primary to rip up distant foes, our secondary to mow down packs of cops, melee when we need to, and do our best to rack up converts ASAP. A couple rounds from the Mark 10 to the leg ought to teach them a lesson and convince them to kneel before the Duke. And there we go, additional max health, and if we just tie someone down and cuff them, no converts needed, we've got a very reliable bit of health regen should we get stuck up a Stoic creek without a paddle. This is a very capable build, and I definitely recommend giving it a shot. It technically doesn't require DLC if you don't use the speed pull mag, and replace the ice pick with El Verdugo, or heck, the electrical brass knuckles, which makes getting converts a whole lot easier. Why did I bring the ice pick then? Well, for the second build, you'll see a lot of the same stuff with some new changes. Our skills start with Confident, Joker, and Partners in Crime. No Hostage Taker, I could not afford it. Aced Steady Grip, Duck and Cover with basic parkour and inner pockets. Aced Shockproof, all the Aced Silencer skills, the basic detection-based skills. Equilibrium, Akimbo, Gun Nut, One-Handed Talent, all aced with basic Desperado, and our trio of Revenant aces. My primary is the Akimbo Bernetti 9s. You could run the Crosskill guards if you wanted, but I figured that we should pay tribute to the original Akimbo Annihilators. Jungle Ninja suppressors, micro lasers, engraved grips, extended mags, and elite slides, and we've got a very accurate, very stable, very powerful, and very plentiful Akimbo weapon, ready to ruin the days of law enforcement everywhere. As for our secondary, it's a classic, the Parabellum pistol, and all I've done is given it the short barrel, a sight, and the concealment boost to counteract that sight. This puts it squarely at 31 concealment. I was gonna make a joke that it makes it just as compact as the airbow, but they dropped that thing's concealment by, wait, over 25? That is just cruel. Nice. Our melee is the electrical brass knuckles, our throwable... darn it! Dock bag, suit, and Stoic once more. The Stoic build forgoes armor for the sake of being supplemented by dodge skills. Sprint as often as possible, duck behind cover when you can, fire bullets rapidly and recklessly, sprint out of cover and into enemy fire to rack up ammo drops, and then take a sip when you're back out of the fray. Either of these builds can and will work on Death Wish, though I personally don't think that's because of my weapons. It's this perk deck. It doesn't care what guns you run. You want a basic Stoic build? Here you go. Grab basic Forced Friendship, Aced Confident, Aced Joker, Aced Partners in Crime, and Aced Hostage Taker, then swoops on over to Revenant and pick up Aced 9 Lives, Aced Up You Go, and Aced Swan Song. There, all the essential Stoic skills, and you've got 67 skill points to spare. Spend them on Inspire, spend them on shotgun skills, dodge skills, pistol skills, saws and drills, whatever. Just grab whatever's relevant to your weapons of choice, and I guarantee you'll have a Stoic build that's at least as competent as its user. It's a very accepting perk deck. Maybe too accepting. It feels like a doormat. What I mean is that decks like Biker and Tag Team seem designed for poly kills. They can increase your odds of survival and provide a bigger healing factor. You want to bring shotguns, explosives, things that can score 2 kills in 1 shot. You don't want to bring light rifles or slow crossbows. Likewise, Rogue takes best to weapons that are highly compact. Grinder loves its weak, fast-firing SMGs and auto shotties, but Stoic, it doesn't care. It's apathetic. At first I didn't like Stoic because of its high skill investment. Now I don't really like it because of just how apathetic of a perk deck it really is, if it makes sense. But if an anything goes perk deck works best for you, try it out. It won't hurt, and once you learn the rules, it works. But it just didn't give me a lot to work with here. Now, before I wrap this up, this is kind of a special video. While recording this episode, I actually hit $1 billion in offshore funds in Payday 2. I've been playing this game since 2014, and while my friends have saved up billions in offshore cash by now, I've always lagged behind. I tend to host my own games, and I got stuck on the first few Infamy levels due to their offshore requirement, completely missing out on the double experience month overkill held for Infamy 2.0. But I did it. I'm now a virtual billionaire. Blow the celebratory kazoo. Wherever that is. But I did it. I'm now a virtual billionaire. Blow the celebratory kazoo. This video also marks my first video since hitting 50 subscribers. If you told me that would have happened even 6 months ago, I wouldn't have believed you. I rebooted this YouTube channel almost on a whim, simply to give me one more reason to stick around, as the new school year was kicking up. This year's been one of my toughest yet, both physically, mentally, just in general, and I told myself that nothing I had ever worked on succeeded like I thought it was going to. I gave myself the goal of hitting just 30 views over its first 8 videos in its first 4 weeks, and in that time, viewership exceeded 200 hits, and a staggering 2,023 views and rising since 2 different grinder builds. And here we are today, 50 subscribers, numbers on the rise, and I gotta say, I'm actually proud of myself for this one, but I know I couldn't have done it without everyone who watches these videos, shares them, subscribes. I just cannot thank you enough for this. Until next time, see you around. Normally I'd plug my Patreon and stuff here, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to plug you guys. You guys are all great. Thank you for watching. Thank you for sticking around. More stuff is on the way. I promise. Let's do this.